And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 8, read. Recon, 132 fighter. Come on, switch it. Ready.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll make it third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's Taylor to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. They'll run. This is Cannon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 7-yard line. A big pickup of 38. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A shotgun give to Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big game.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They still can't get it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Ready, protein spill. 53.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You ready?
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Ready?
Fournette running out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now Taylor back into his end zone. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. An explosive 38-yard pickup. They took a real chance there, throwing deep from their own end zone.
Yeah, just think about it this way. If you take that shot, which they just did, you're giving those pass rushers an extra chance to get you. Your escape hatch behind you is gone because the end line is there. Yet at the same time, they took the gamble, and boy, did it pay off.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They go play action with Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Montgomery, they'll run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Fournette, a 1st down carry. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Fournette. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Recon, 132 fighter.
This is the running back, Powell, shedding through the defense. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just look at me. Get it.
Powell. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, and it's 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. Let's go, D. Check 3. Check go.
From the gun, a run with Cannon. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready, ready. X3. 218. Chopper.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there, man. Check 13. Check 13.
Hard. Hard.
Check 1.
Fournette bulldozes past him. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And Thomas has it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
So don't say nothing. Go, Mike.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, it's coming up.
Big grip.
On third down, Taylor. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Five. On the 5.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
Keep playing hard.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4 from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. This is Fournette. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
In your face.
Now Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. all runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run with Powell. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
That's it, baby.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Trying
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Flush to his right. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They're going to try and throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Taylor. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They go play action now. Taylor. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Trey Flowers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Taylor, that's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. A handoff to Fournette. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number 1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They go play action here on first down. Airing one deep for Reddick. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. They'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And some room to run now. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Let's go.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Room to run again. Touchdown, Detroit. Leonard Fournette with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally did.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Leonard Fournette, 85 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taylor Gabriel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. Taylor. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Gets past one man. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Lions,